As always, we got a lot of news for you guys. A lot of news for you guys. I want to see how this is all coming together on my other side or whatever. I want to make sure we're actually in here correctly. Look forward to the uploads coming out today of just short stories of what we had going on yesterday. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Just want to make sure the audio sounding right. Yeah, the audio sounding right. Okay. 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 So let me know if you guys like shows like this. If you like the shows like this, this buttons to hit. Number one trending today is Jay-Z. 500,000 plus searches. Don't know how he's number one in trending, but it says it's active. Jay-Z denies allegations of sexual assault. Never the man. And then we got, let's see. This is crazy. This is crazy. I was told this was crazy. I was told I was crazy for believing stuff like this. Jay-Z denies allegations he actually assaulted a 13-year-old with Sean Diddy Combs. Okay. Well, all we got on, I don't want to see y'all playlist. A woman who alleges she was actually assaulted by Sean Diddy Combs has amended her lawsuit to include allegations that she was also assaulted by Jay-Z at the same party. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of rumors going around that Diddy and Jay-Z were giving people effing enemies and trying to hold them hostage and kidnapping them and stuff. I was called crazy for believing stuff like that. The lawsuit was initially filed against Combs in October, but on Sunday, the woman added Sean Carter, the rapper and businessman known as Jay-Z, as a defendant in the civil lawsuit. Probably in fear. Now she in witness protection. She can come forward and say a little bit more. Carter is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection to Combs. Well, he was at all the parties. What would you expect? In a statement addressed to CNN, Carter called the allegations so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Well, the thing is, you can't file a criminal complaint after stuff is past statutes of limitations, but you know that, and that's why you're coming forward saying stuff like this. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Well, if you were at a party and there was a whole bunch of women passed out and y'all were all taking turns on them, I don't think you was checking ID or seeing how old she was, Mr. Combs. Combs was indicted in September on charges of trafficking, racketeering, and conspiring and prostration-related charges. He pleaded not guilty to all charges and has denied all wrongdoing in roughly 30 civil lawsuits that have been filed against him. The woman, who was identified as Jane Doe, says she was 13 years old at the time she was allegedly assaulted by Combs and Carter at the party following a VMA award in 2000. So she was 13 in 2000. It's been 24 years. She's almost 30 now. That's way past the statute of limitations. So it's not like she can file criminal charges. The woman alleges she began to feel woozy after consuming a drink at the party and wandered into a nearby bedroom. The woman alleges Carter raped her first, followed by Combs. The woman says she hit Combs and ran out the party, according to the amended lawsuit. Carter was identified to be the initial lawsuit as Celebrity A. News of the lawsuit was first reported by NBC. According to the lawsuit, those attorneys reached out to Carter to request a mediation to resolve this matter. Upon present information and belief, Jay-Z responded to said letter by not only filing an utterly frivolous lawsuit, but by also orchestrating a conspiracy of harassment, bullying, and intimidation against the plaintiff's lawyers. So he's countersuing and putting her through the whole ringer. Probably going to get locked up in a mental facility being told she's crazy. Employers and former associates in an attempt to silence plaintiff from naming Jay-Z herein. The effort was meant to scare plaintiff and to discredit her counsel. That effort failed. Indeed, plaintiff chose to file an amendment as a result of the outrageous conduct perpetrated by Carter. So basically, before Jay-Z was even named in the lawsuit, Jay-Z had his lawyers and had people coming to her door telling her, you got to change this story. You can't file this lawsuit. According to the lawsuit, in his response sent to CNN on Sunday, which was addressed to Doe's attorney, Tony Busby, Carter called the mediation request a blackmail attempt. Carter also said, this lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of these type of theatrics. In a statement from Houston-based Busby, he wrote, the pleading speaks for itself. This is a very serious matter, and it will be litigated in court. Well, the thing is, it can only be litigated civilly because it happened almost 25 years ago. Almost 25 years ago this happened. So you saying that she needs to file it in criminal court. Why didn't she file in a criminal court? One of the most powerful men in the world, sir. You're a billionaire. You're a billionaire. You got hitters on deck. People ain't really trying to say nothing about you until they're out the country. Carter added in his statement that his only heartbreak is for his family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at an age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims. And I explained the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. Well, they're saying you took a little girl's innocence, sir. CNN reported in November that an anonymous male celebrity filed a lawsuit against the Texas attorney representing Doe, alleging he was the victim of an extortion scheme. So before he was even named in the lawsuit, he was suing. Oh, let me see. Attorneys of the unnamed celebrity claimed further that Busby had threatened to unleash entirely fabricated and salacious allegations of the sexual assault. I can actually do that one. Busby denied the extortion claims against him in an Instagram post in which he wrote that his firm won't allow the power of their high-dollar lawyers to intimidate and silence assault survivors in a statement to CNN. If you are trying to hide your identity and you claim you did nothing wrong, does it seem very smart to take that approach? Busby told CNN in an email at the time. We will address it in due course. So he filed an anonymous lawsuit against somebody that didn't even sue him yet. He wasn't even on the lawsuit yet. And as soon as the lawsuit went against Diddy, he started countersuing and trying to file litigations and getting the woman suing Diddy at the time, just Diddy, locked up. So he's the one that broke the silence first because she wasn't even going to name him. And then that's how this all came in. I have confidence that with full public disclosure, all of this will sort itself out, Busby wrote. On Sunday, Busby responded to social media to Carter's statement saying that the alleged victim never demanded a penny from him. Exactly. She wasn't suing him. She was suing Diddy, and then Jay-Z started suing her. So, hey, I'm not going to sue a random person. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to sue a random person for suing one of my friends if I know one of my friends is doing a whole bunch of Diddy type stuff. Okay, so I got some stuff I got to handle on this phone. I'm going to address some comments. I see there's some comments coming in or whatever. Please don't argue amongst each other in the comments. Please. Yeah, he definitely ratted on himself. Jay-Z definitely ratted on himself. Ooh, yeah, I got to take this shift. Especially because I ain't getting no money off this joint. I ain't getting no money off this joint. So, I still got to work full time. Or somewhat fuller time. Next. I got to sign my name so many times, yo. Sign my name so many times. I mean, that's cool, because, like, come on, I'm trying to book it. Let me book it. Let me book it. I work everywhere, bro. I do the little apps. I told you that a long time ago. I work on my phone. I work on my phone, so I do all the little apps. Every app from Uber to DoorDash to Instacart, all them zones, bro. I do all the apps, all types of work. I think this one's security. I told you getting the security, bro. I told you getting the security. I can get into security. Anybody can get into security. This one's a security shift. That's how I met Iverson a few weeks ago. That's how I met Iverson a few weeks ago. I'll just tell it later. Yeah, I do everything. I be doing cleaning out stuff. I be cooking. I be doing deliveries, in-store shopping. I do it all, bro. I'll do it all. I still do the same stuff, too. Okay, so that's a top trending story right now. We're going to pull this stuff together. Listen, right? I know certain people personally that been put into mental facilities for saying that Jay-Z laced them with amphetamines and tried to hold them hostage. And everybody said they was crazy. Everybody said they was crazy. So, she's probably about to get locked up in a mental facility and told everything she said is made up and untrue. And I know, because I know somebody personally that something like that happened to. Allegedly. Because that person never actually met Jay-Z face to face. It was just staff members, and they were telling them that they had to do a whole bunch of weird stuff or whatever. And that person ran away from him. Cruz Azul versus Club America. Okay, that's football / soccer. Juan Sonato. That's baseball. People that's up to their sports and know their sports or whatever. At this point, I don't know. I thought it was crazy for a long time until all these cases started coming out and all these lawsuits, and Diddy went to jail and got caught with a whole bunch of stuff. The same stuff that was in that person's system that person still never seen. Still don't even know what the thing looks like. That Breaking Bad substance. Now we got some news on Trump. Trump details sweeping changes he'll carry out on day one and beyond in an exclusive interview. President-elect Donald Trump vowed to make immediate and sweeping changes after he takes office on January 20th. Okay. Such as pardons for those convicted in the attack on the U.S. Capitol, and said he wants to find legislative solution to keep dreamers in the country legally. That's what he should have been. He should have been did that, because, like, there's people that cross that border with no intention on breaking the law, right? If they're willing to work and they're willing to get a social security number and stuff, and they're willing to pay taxes, let them stay. And the people that aren't willing to pay taxes, it's very easy to find the people that want to be out here breaking the law, because they're not going to apply for no social security card. They're not going to apply to get their ID. So they're going to be running around undocumented still, because they're out here breaking the law. You catch somebody, they're not documented, you don't have their system on the file, and you know it's time to send them back home. Send them back home. In an interview with Kirsten Welker, moderator NBC News, Meet the Press, Trump also said he'll work to extend tax cuts passed in his first term. He said he will not seek to impose restrictions on the A pills. He plans to deport millions of undocumented immigrants and try to end birth rate citizenship. I don't think you can end birth rate citizenship. If you end birth rate citizenship, Mr. Trump, you will no longer be a citizen because your grandfather immigrated from Germany. No, you got birthright citizenship. You and your pops. Your pops would lose his citizenship. You would lose your citizenship. And then everybody would have to go through the process of becoming a citizen again. Like, what you need to do is you need to end revoking felon citizenships. Do you know because of certain amendment laws they passed covered under the guise of ending slavery, they actually made anybody convicted of a felony a non-citizen? If you got a felony on your record, that's the reason why they can perform a background check, deny you from certain jobs, stop you from getting into certain housing or whatever, because you're no longer an American citizen once you're a felon. You're actually a slave of the United States. So, that's what you need to change. Instead of you sitting there talking about you're going to pardon everybody from January 6th, whilst you commute the sentences of the people that didn't break no windows or whatever, because 5 years for trespassing, that seems about fair, right? 5 years for trespassing seems about fair. Look into the cases one by one, because it was people that actually broke out windows and broke into that building. And then you want to sit there and say, oh, well, people didn't know. Yes, you did. They saw broken windows. They saw people acting up in there. So you think you could stroll through the Capitol or whatever and take pictures of people riding. Like, just because you wasn't riding, you think that you should get a free pass on the people that was riding that you just sat there and watched. And you're like, oh, I'm going to take pictures. Wow, this is so cool. Like, no. Let them keep their felonies. Then if you want to talk about making felons have their rights back, let's do a blanket thing. Like, I don't know, you want to do 10 years, 5 years, 20 years out off of probation and parole, 20 years off of paper. I don't know. But maybe we should come up with some type of path to making the people that were born in America citizens once again. Is that too hard? Is that too hard? Is that too hard to ask? Continue reading. They always want to do all this stuff. Trump's first Postulation Network television interview took place Friday on Trump Tower in Manhattan, where he spoke for more than an hour about policy plans Americans can expect in his next term. Trump said he will fulfill a campaign promise to levy tariffs on imports from America's biggest trading partners. I kind of had mixed feelings about that, right? There's certain stuff we don't have the infrastructure to make in America. So when you start tariffing other countries, they'll stop certain products from coming in. But it's always good to make more products in America. It's ridiculous that we can get stuff from China for cheaper than in America. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that we can get stuff from China shipped over on a boat for cheaper than is made in America. So if stuff is made in America, I'm all for making the American products cheaper. Because that's all it's going to do. It's going to make it cheaper to get milk from America than milk from Mexico. It's going to make it cheaper to get paper from America than paper shipped over from China. And let's start bringing back some of the infrastructure. Let's start bringing back some of the jobs, like my friend in the comments talking about his felony from 16 years ago. Make some jobs he can do that's going to pay him well. And yeah, prices might go sky high, but prices are already sky high. So let's start coming up with a way to put money back in our pockets. And it's like, we can work together. We can definitely work together to do this stuff together, guys. We can work together to do this stuff together. Let me see. Trump also said he will raise the age for government programs like Social Security and Medicaid and will not make cuts to them as part of the spending reduction report efforts led by Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. Yeah, you don't want to do away with Social Security. I don't think making the age higher is really a good idea either. You guys got to stop using Social Security money for stuff that it's not intended for. We pay money to Social Security, right? That money ends up getting put in escrow, and you end up drawing from it after you get to the age where you can draw from these benefits, right? But because of inflation and because of bad budgeting, we end up going into debt every year, and that Social Security money wasn't being used for Social Security. So maybe we should start taking money out of other funds and putting it back into Social Security so we can still have that safety net for the dude that worked at McDonald's for the past 20 years and now it's time for him to retire. Or worked at McDonald's for the past 30 years, now it's time to retire. He don't have that cushy retirement like somebody working at a Fortune 500 company because he was locked up from 16 to 26, and then from 26 to 66, he ended up working at McDonald's because that's the best job he could have got. That's the best job he could have got. And yeah, he started off making $725, but later on in life, he was making 50, 60K a year. He was doing pretty well for himself, and now it's time for him to retire, but leave that safety net there. Why are we going to end a safety net that's always been there? Put the money back in there. Find the money that was taken out, put it back in there. I'm all for cutting a lot of stuff that we don't need, right? Like, you realize that they repave the same roads every year, and then the back alley streets are always messed up. Yeah, so, that's the end of that story. Yes, I agree with SSI. The same thing needs it, and others use the money for. But the thing is, that's your retirement, right? If you choose to sleep in an alley and use your retirement to get high your whole life, more than likely your retirement ain't going to be as long as somebody that needs it and they're using it to pay their bills. They kind of eliminate themselves out the issue from using their Social Security to do a whole bunch of stuff that's not supposed to do. Like, how long does an active addict really have? Most of them don't have connections like Hunter. Most of them don't have the means to end up keeping their stuff safe or whatever. More than likely, they're going to end in early life or whatever. Yeah. Now, maybe a reform of Social Security would be more correct, but, And we had a lot of comments coming through here. A lot of comments. It seemed like there's a lot of people arguing early in here. Let me see. Yeah, I remember you. Somebody came in here just to tell me to shut up. Or maybe somebody else. We got a Muhammad Shaq in here. What's up? Yeah, just reform some of this stuff. Figure out how to keep this money in better places. Keep this money in better places. Okay, well, what we going on to next? 14th Amendment. So I don't understand how any of that stories had to do with the 14th Amendment. Let's see if there's anything else that's more relevant to the 14th Amendment. Oh, that's the birthright citizenship. Okay. Well, if you end birthright citizenship, that will revoke Mr. Trump's citizenship. We already been down that. Trailblazers versus Lakers. Allison Camito, whatever. CNN anchor announces shock exit on air that's effective immediately. Said, I quit. She said, F you, ain't none of y'all cool. I'm out. Okay, we got the CNN anchor in shock. Oh, and this is actually a story generated by AI. At least they're telling us now. When I have stories written by AI on WTFFN.com, I tell everybody. So, yeah. Basically, in this story, CNN anchor announces shock exit on the air that's effective immediately. Emmy Award-winning anchor Allison Camerito announced she was leaving CNN on what would be her final broadcast Sunday. Her exit after 10 years at the news network seemed to be a surprise. Watch the video below. Before we go on this very busy news day, I just want to take a moment to share some personal news. Camerito said, as she signed off on CNN Newsroom, this is my last day on air at CNN. I've had such incredible opportunities here these 10 plus years. I've interviewed presidents and heroes and extraordinary people. The kind of peak career experiences that I have dreamed of since I was a teenager. The journalists at CNN are the very best in the entire news business. Well, some of these presidential candidates don't want to give anybody an interview. I tried to get an interview with Vivek Ramaswamy when he first started running, and then he played me. He was going on everybody's show but mine. I've interviewed the journalists at CNN are the very best in the entire news business. So why are you leaving? And it's been an honor to have been their colleague. It's also been an honor to have been in your homes this past decade through some of the biggest stories of her lifetime. So do you think she's about to go to, let's take some bets. You think she's going to Twitter, Blue Skies, or YouTube? Or maybe all three. Maybe all three. Let's find out. This lady's last name that I don't know, 58, thanked her colleagues and received praise from Wolf Bitzer, who called her a good friend and outstanding journalist. So I'm leaning more to she was about to get fired. And instead of her getting fired, she quit because they're cutting a lot of people from CNN. They're cutting like half the CNN staff right now. In addition to receiving Emmys for her coverage of the police killing of George Floyd and the arrest of Roger Stone, Miss C won the Edward R. Murrow Award for reporting on a Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. She is also known for writing off supporters of now President-elect Trump who go off the deep end after hosting numerous voting panels on New Day. I think at this point, the smartest thing the rest of us could do is no longer give warped Trump supporters a platform and no longer lend them our ears. It's time to turn off our microphones, she wrote in an essay shortly after January 6th. Oh, so she's going on a run. She's going on a run. She's about to pull an Ellen DeGeneres. Comito previously worked for Fox News. In September, she announced that her husband, Tim Lewis, had passed away months earlier after battling pancreatic cancer. She might have got a nice little life insurance policy. And that looks like that's the end of the story. That's the end of the story. Why is that the end of the story? Why? Oh, why is that the end of the story? And they also say Diddy is ratting on Jay-Z, saying Jay-Z is the top guy. Did you hear this? Nah, I'm not really trying to look into it a lot because them stories are stressing me out. It's stressing me out and I don't even want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. Okay. Ain't nobody in here at the moment, so I want to see what I can put up on this zone. Do I got anything to put up? I'm going to just put this up. No. That's going to be irrelevant. Let me go blow my nose. That's because there ain't nobody in here right now. Send this joint off. I'm gonna send it off real good. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I wonder if they got people hopping out there because like commercial breaks or whatever. How they gonna run commercials and I'm not even monetized on this joint? Let's make some sense out of that, yo. Let's make some sense out of that. I want to make sure I send this joint on. 6, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that, can't do that, can't do that. Oh, yeah. Let me, go into my new voice. Yeah, I also broke my phone off. I also broke my phone off. I'm so broke, my phone's off. I'm so broke, my phone's off. Make sure the audio's good. Gotta make sure the audio's still cool. Make sure we still up in here, you know. I'm up there here, whole crew's on deck. I don't even know how I'ma lose this year. Oh. Yeah, so that lady is leaving everything. So she's gonna leave the whole world behind The whole world behind. If you like this news show, you can come back later. It gets a little bit polished up when I just add the segments in. I have a bunch of segments coming out today. Everything that's being recorded today will be on a nice little live show tonight that I'm not going to be speaking, but it's just going to be wrapped up like a live show. And it will be broadcasted live. Special effects. This box up here will get bigger when it's time for it to get bigger. It'll get smaller when it's time for it to get smaller. You guys will basically only see my face. I'm gonna take that joint off. It's kind of irrelevant. They had a little cash app on this joint. I don't like being on this joint begging for no bread. Like, nah. It's like modern day panhandling for real. I be feeling like I'm panhandling with that joint on there. Oh, this is from Forbes. I don't know if Forbes got a payroll. So far, it's looking so good. A lot of habit is latest Trump personal attorney to join his administration. Here's the full list. President-elect Donald Trump. Okay. I gotta open this up like I open up all these stuff. On this segment of Celebrity Political Apprentice, a lot of Haba is the latest Trump personal attorney to join his administration. Here's the full list. We have the full list of the presidential. This one ain't ringing. Should be ringing on this phone. Yeah, and I got the audio on. There's no way somebody could call that phone. I'm gonna reopen it. I mean, somebody trying to call my iCloud. What you trying to call my iCloud for? President-elect DJT. Oh, because it started ringing, so it probably messed it all up. Let me make sure we still got audio, too. We still got the audio? Listen, don't be trying to call my iCloud. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are today, so don't call my iCloud anymore. No, 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 no. We don't want you calling the iCloud no more. We don't want you calling iClouds no more. Oh, no. Okay. Let's bring this back up. I gotta remember to keep that up so I can tell the different parts. On this episode of Celebrity Political Apprentice, Alana Haba is the latest Trump personal attorney to join his administration. Here's the full list. President-elect DJT named his personal attorney, Alana Haba, to serve as counselor to the president in his next administration, marking the latest in a string of Trump personal attorneys who have been rewarded with roles and with government roles since his election. We're not signing up for him. Stop it. Alana Haba. Trump made his White House counselor the role filled in his first term by advisor Kellyanne Conway. As attorney has become one of Trump's better-known personal lawyers, representing him in court during his second trial against writer E. Jean Carroll and civil fraud trial against him. Haba previously worked as a fashion merchandiser and was a low-profile lawyer who represented a parking garage company before she took on Trump as a client in 2021. So that was her big break. Listen, Trump probably thought she was cute or something. He was like, oh, I like her, and I like her too. I like her, and I like her too. He trying to F every lawyer in the world. David Warrington, I don't remember him. David Warrington named Warrington to be his next White House counselor, replacing initial nominee Bill something. Warrington serves as a partner in the law group. Pam Bondi, that's another lawyer. Oh, so he got all his lawyers on here. Will Scarf. But the thing is, right, if he already got lawyers and he already been dealing with lawyers and built a lawyer legal relationship, and he's been paying these people for years, right? Why would he not bring the lawyers he's already paying with him? You know? So you're already a billionaire. You already find the best lawyers in the world to represent you in criminal cases. Why wouldn't you hire the best lawyers in the world? Why should he hire lawyers he wouldn't hire himself to represent the White House? I mean, let's make some sense out of this, yo. Like I said, I'm going to criticize Trump when he's doing bad things, like pardoning everybody from January 6th. That's stupid. But it's a good thing if he's hiring lawyers he knows that's already good. Now, it's stupid to pardon everybody from January 6th, but it's smart. It's smart for him to hire lawyers that he would hire with his own money. He's supposed to hire lawyers that he wouldn't hire regularly? Am I supposed to criticize everything this man does? I'm supposed to be like, I hate Trump. I don't like a single thing he does. No. I'm not like that brain warped, right? I'm not sitting here suffering from no base brain bug. I'm not sitting here suffering from no fucking WTJ virus. Y'all don't suffer from the WTJ virus, and I don't suffer from the base brain bug. So, because I don't suffer from either of these, for our political diseases going on in people's brains, I try to just go straight through the center and see what's going on. Chase Herbison, that's a football player. Dave Parker. No, I got this going on. So we find the next story. Rams, Bills, Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel? This just in from USA Today. No, hold on. We're going to do this a little bit different. Cracker Barrel's in the news. A whole barrel of crackers. Why are these crackers in the news? Well, it's Cracker Barrel like the restaurant. I'm not sitting here making fun of white people. Maybe. Yet. Cracker Barrel refused service to special education students at Maryland restaurant. School says, I don't have an option of being quiet about these things, parent Stacy Campbell said after speaking out at the incident. A field trip for the special education students to a Cracker Barrel in Maryland this weekend. Get that off my screen. This weekend has resulted in an outcry from teachers and parents. I might start using my Samsung browser because it has a built-in ad blocker. On Tuesday, a group of 11 students and 7 staff members from Maryland Charles County Public Schools District were refused service at the Cracker Barrel restaurant in Woodruff, Maryland. Superintendent Maria Navarro said in a statement, the outing was part of a community-based instruction for students at the district's Dr. James Carrick Elementary School. The instruction allows students in special education programs to perform practical skills and socialize with public. The Cracker Barrel general manager told teaching staff the restaurant cannot accommodate to your group and that the restaurant should be removed from the approved list of restaurants for community-based instruction. So y'all turning away money. I guarantee Cracker Barrel's mad about this, right? You turn them away, but Cracker Barrel's probably like, why would you turn away a whole group of people? And the restaurant should be removed from the approved list for community-based instruction. Charles County Public Schools special education teacher Katie told parents in an email which was shared online. I'm not reading this whole email. That's out. Stacey Campbell told USA Today that her autistic, non-speaking 9-year-old son, who goes by JoJo, attended the outing on Tuesday. I saw Red, Campbell said when she read Snyder's email. JoJo attends Charles County Public School Achieve, a regional program in Charles County that serves students in kindergarten through age 21. That's like a vast age of having a whole bunch of kids together or whatever. Like, so you have people that are old enough to drink in class with kindergartners. That just seems like so many red flags. So many red flags. And with the handicap portion of it or whatever, it's just bound to end up like, you know, these kids have behavioral and mental issues. So they're probably prone to more outbreaks. That don't seem like a safe situation to me. So you kind of just expose yourself with that one, man. Significant cognitive disabilities students in the school district achieve in SOAR regional programs for students with autism. Programs attended community-based instruction outings once a month between November and May, Campbell said. In her statement, Navarro said Charles County Public School staff notified the Woodruff that Cracker Barrel of the group size and purpose of its visit, but they were told reservations were unnecessary. Though the group did not ultimately dine in, the restaurant did permit the students and staff to place and carry out to-go orders, Snyder said in her email to parents. During this time, the servers were blatantly rude to our staff and ignored all of our students, Snyder continued in the email, refusing to serve them. They did not even ask if our students wanted a drink or anything. Our students were so well behaved and sat at the tables patiently, which you know can be hard, waiting for the food and drinks to go. After about an hour of waiting, Snyder said the students were moved to wait outside on the school bus. They ate lunch back at the elementary school. Snyder did not immediately respond for comment. Okay, so it is an elementary school, so they do divide up the programs. Okay. About the experience, where contacted on Friday afternoon. In a statement provided to USA Today, Cracker Barrel said that staffing challenge led to impacting the group's experience. At Cracker Barrel, we strive to create a welcoming environment for all of our guests. And we understand that a recent visit by this group to our Woodruff location fell short of the expectations. The statement reads, a staffing challenge that day led to a closure of part of our second dining room, creating confusion that impacted the group's experience. We take this matter seriously and are working directly with the group's leadership to better understand what happened, extend our apologies, and make things right. Well, the thing is, you got super employees that just did not want to let the kids come in, right? They figured out a way to still get your money. And when they denied you guys service, you guys should have just went to McDonald's or Taco Bell or something. I suggest Taco Bell. Taco Bell tends to be way better than McDonald's, in my opinion. But you probably didn't want to smell them all through the day in the class or whatever. So maybe McDonald's, I don't know. But if Cracker Barrel wasn't serving you, maybe take them to IHOP. Take them to that IHOP, baby. They can place your order. The food in here is crazy. 24 hours. Hopefully I don't get no copyright strike for singing that song too well. Oh, and now they're protesting the Cracker Barrel. They're protesting the Cracker Barrel. No more crackers in this barrel. No more crackers in this barrel. Hey, I don't blame them, though. I don't blame them. They don't usually shut stuff down. They tried to place a reservation. They didn't let them place a reservation. They said no reservations are necessary. Cracker Barrel is known to have a bunch of people coming in randomly. So why would you turn away? It's a special education school. It's a special ed school. So I guarantee them class sizes were at most 20 people. They all fit on a school bus. And you know what type of school buses they drive around in. So like, if they all fit on a school bus, why deny them service? Why? They tried to call, make a reservation. They tried to call and order ahead. Didn't want them to call and order ahead. On to the next story, huh? Because there's a lot of stories going on in the world. Yeah. Say no to Cracker Barrel. Say no to Cracker Barrel. Yeah, we got some baseball. That's a Daily Mail. We're going to go to Yahoo. Yahoo don't like to try to charge us for the news. Yahoo don't like to try to charge us for the news. Not at all. Yahoo! Johnny Manziel and Jose Casino heat up social media with immediate bathtub video. Oh, what was they doing? Was they posting for their OF? Former Heisman Trophy winner and NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel, along with model and NBL legend Jose Casado's daughter, um, Josie Cancel, had been in the headlines for more than just being official. The couple, who went Instagram officially back in April, recently shared an intimate look at their lives that got fans talking. Manzo, who just turned 32 this week, shared a brief eyebrow-raising video of himself and his wife bathing together on the tub in Instagram. And you should see that picture. Matter of fact, the picture's about to come back up. The picture's about to come back up, right? And then people sit there and get mad when I say, oh, yeah, now that I'm in my 30s, I'm middle-aged, right? You have middle age, and that's when athletes retire, when they hit middle age. We don't live forever. Then you got your second half of your life, right? Which is like from 33 to like 66, right? Anything past 66 retirement age, you're at advanced age. With advanced technology, stuff like the trucking industry that can keep you with fresh produce and vegetables all the way around. It's not just the medical industry, because you got a lot of people that are living a whole organic lifestyle, right? You cannot have fresh fruits and vegetables to keep you alive in your 70s and 80s without modern technology, i.e. a diesel truck. It's modern. They didn't have that long ago. Menzel, who turned 32 this week, shared a brief eyebrow-raising video of himself and his girl bathing together for his Instagram. The video shows Menzel washing Conso's hair while she sprays herself with a handheld shower head. Sure, it's personal, but the playful nature of the clip speaks volumes about the carefree dynamic between them. We're not going to show too much, but you see the face. Yo, they was cutting up on the IG Live. What happened? Didn't the dude from Club Shay Shay do it? Didn't the dude from Club Shay Shay just do something like this recently? Everybody wants to do stuff like this before they end up launching AOF. The celebration didn't end there. Casio later shared a more traditional birthday moment on her own Instagram story, holding a cake with lit candles for her boy. The couple first generated romance rumors earlier this year and made their relationship Instagram official in April. So it's not official till you got a relationship Instagram. Yeah, I guess my relationship ain't official. Because I barely have an Instagram. The couple first generated They bore a photo from Stagecoach Festival and a shot. The two shared a tender moment which almost immediately went viral as the couple supporters rooted for a love match between the football star and the MLB icon's daughter. So he got your daughter out here busting it open on the IG Live. They about to have their OF content. They like, we ain't gonna go broke. They like, this money about to run out. We is not about to go broke. Well, how we gonna make some money, Daddy? Just smash in the bathtub and then charge people to watch it on OF. Charge people to watch it on OF. A Muslim who stepped away from the spotlight of professional football and a successful model and media personality, seemed to be embracing life together with gusto, whether it's romantic getaways or birthday celebrations. Their pair isn't shy about letting their followers in on their journey at all. You seen the video? You seen the picture of her face? You seen the picture of her face? He sitting here posting all over the place when he was in the bathtub. From Instagram posts to viral videos, the pair, Johnny Manziel and Josie, will prove to be among the most chatted couples this year. So I guess that's how you tie the knot now, right? Instead of people getting married, they just make a relationship Instagram and they post almost OF content on it. That is crazy. You want to find that video? We're not going to show that video on here. Omnicon. Say that 10 times fast. New York Times is going to try to charge us. I don't know what this is. Marketing dive. Omnicon. Omnicom acquires IPG to create advertising agency behemoth. They deal with an estimated value of over $13 billion. Has industry rattling implications, but may not address client demands for simplicity. And you remember when Dr. Evil was like, $100 billion, and everybody laughed at him? That is like every bill that comes through Congress. Pretty soon they're going to be like, oh, how much is the bill? $100 trillion. Omnicron Group is acquiring Interpublic Group of companies IPG, according to the press release. The combination will see two giants of the agency landscape unite their talent and technology to address the fast evolving needs of markets. The deal will create a network of over 100,000 employees in practices spanning media decisions, marketing, and precision marketing, consumer relations management, data e-commerce, advertising, and healthcare. Everybody's getting into healthcare now. And y'all wonder what happened to that CEO. Okay. Public relations and branding. It also forwards a shared goal of building a comprehensive identity solution that improves understanding into consumer behavior. The acquisition, subject to regulation and shareholder approvals, is expected to close in the second half of 2025. While the united scale of the companies will be impressive, some are skeptical as to whether the move will address client demands for simplicity. Drive Insights, the Big Four is becoming the Big Three, with Omnicron's deal for IPG a watershed moment for advertising agencies. The acquisition estimated to be valued at over $13 billion by various media reports, significantly ramps up the agency segment pattern of consolidation in response to financial pressure and snowballing list of client demands. Omnicron and IPG view joining forces as a way to advance shared goals around data and technology, including creating an identity solution that can help employees and clients keep a finger on the pulse of consumers' data at a scale. So basically, this new Omnicron company or merger or whatever's going on is a better way to track you. So now they're going to know what doctor you go to, so they know what prescriptions to offer you, so they know what services to offer you. This is just like a big data broker. It's a big data broker. It's a big data broker. Okay, let's see what else is trending. We got through like most of the trending. Taylor Swift was trending. It's a whole bunch of football stuff. What happened on Saturday Night Live? Oh, Saturday Night Live was sitting there talking about how good is it? How good is it? Oh, it's our hero. The dude that popped the dude. He's like, oh, stop calling him a hero. Stop calling Danny Penny a hero. The dude that hit the United Healthcare CEO is not a hero. Danny Penny is not a hero. There are people that did stupid things. If you can't realize that people do stupid things, stop being brainwashed. You're brainwashed by your side. People are either brainwashed by Twitter or brainwashed by TikTok, and they talk to the same people that had the same opinion all day. Stop taking sides in things that don't involve sides. Don't involve sides. What did I say before? These buttons, right? These buttons are on every subway car. That button right there is on every subway car. The fact that 3 people were on top of Jordan Neely and only one of them is charged is the first atrocity. The second atrocity is, of the 3 people that was on top of Jordan Neely, nobody hit the help button. You know what happened if they hit the help button? The train would have stopped at the next stop. Everybody would have been pissed off on the train, right? But the train would have stopped at the next stop, and then they would have had no choice whatsoever, but to have the police come on the train. They would have broke up the situation, and it would have been over right there. It would have been over right there. And let me show you one more thing. You see this right here? This whole thing right here? That is how many stops he was on the train, right? 8 stops. There was 8 opportunities. 8 opportunities to get that man off of the train. That's why I don't think Danny Penny's a hero. Not a hero. He would have been a hero if they would have got him off the train at the first stop. No matter what happened. If they would have got him off the train at the very next stop, after he started acting out, he would have been a hero. You're not a hero after 8 stops. You're not a hero after 8 stops. You're not a hero after 8 stops. Don't tell people my secret identity. Don't tell people my secret identity. I don't need people protesting my tours because I'm against the dude that popped the United Healthcare worker. I'm against Danny Penny. I'm neutral. I'm in the middle. I will call out both sides when they messing up. The worst thing about the Danny Penny situation is there was 3 people on top of Jordan Neely that day. None of them hit the button. None of them helped him pull him off the train. The worst part about that is only Danny Penny's charged. There should be 2 other co-defendants. We don't even know their names. All 3 of them should be getting locked up for like at least 6 months to a year. If you don't like me for that, oh well, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to be on here grifting. I'm not no grifter. If you want to watch some grifters, there's plenty of podcasts out here watching grifters. Something's going on with Taylor Swift. Oh, you know what it probably is? Taylor Swift, it was football yesterday. So every time football's going on, Taylor Swift is going on. Let's see what's going on with the news now. Oh, this is relevant to what we were just talking about. New York mayor hints police may be close to naming suspects in Brian Thompson's offing. New York police have again searched a Central Park lake for evidence, including the weapon connected to the Midtown shooting death of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson. Why? As the search for the executive killer entered its 6th day on Monday, officials have said they are winding their search down. Law enforcement sources told CBS that the New York Police Department and the U.S. Marshals had sent investigators to Atlanta to make inquiries and review surveillance footage from the Greyhound bus stops on a route from Georgia. Well, that Greyhound bus is probably not in Georgia. I would think that Greyhound bus probably hits the New York Port Authority way more than it hits Georgia. Police have not named a suspect, but Eric Adams, New York mayor, hinted on Sunday that the authorities may be getting closer to publicly identifying him. So I said I'm not really going to say too much more until he's publicly identified, right? But got to bring this back up, right? He escaped on a city bike. Escaping on a city bike is like escaping on a city bus. It's impossible unless you had somebody to unlock the city bike. Everybody's like, oh, well, you had to have ID to get on Greyhound. No, you get your Greyhound tickets now on your cell phone. They give you a QR code. You come on, they scan it. Sometimes they check an ID. Sometimes they don't. 90% of the times they don't. They just scan your QR code on your phone. You're good to go. You get up on the bus, right? They don't do paper tickets now. Everybody's trying to get this paperless business credit. So how did he get on a bus with a false ID? He had a QR code. A QR code, right? Most of us don't even have real IDs. At least I know I don't. I don't have a real ID. My ID specifically says on it, not a real ID. Let me see. Let me see. So you guys know, I'm not making stuff up. I don't make stuff up. Not for real ID purposes. I don't even have a real ID, and this joint's government issued. I got a government issued ID, and it's not even a real ID. So most people don't have real IDs. So the Greyhounds can't scan their IDs. They're not checking their IDs. They're checking their ticket. They don't care about 90% of this stuff, right? The craziest thing is he got away on public transportation. You can't get away on public transportation. It's impossible. It's an impossibility. You said the shooter's sloppy? Yes, he's a shooter. The shooter's always going to be sloppy. But that's a high-class hit. There was too much stuff that went right in his favor for that not to be a high-class hit. They had to pay off somebody at the Port Authority or had to disable that bike from being tracked, right? That's going to cost some money. If you're paying off the whole Port Authority to not lock the bike, like, do you know what happens when you're riding around on a city bike and your time runs out? You can't pedal it no more. The chain locks up. It will bring it to a stop, and it starts flashing red lights. It starts flashing red lights when you're riding the city bikes. If you ride the city bike and you do something you're not allowed to do, like for instance, my street was not on the city bike location. You know what happened when I tried to ride the city bike on my street? It's all going because technically I lived right outside the city limits, even though the street connected to my street was in the city. The street that I lived on wasn't in the city, according to the city bike map. So I could ride up to my street corner, and as soon as I tried to take it down my street, like, so if this bike on its own with its GPS stuff would not let me go down my street, how did he get away from a hit on a city bike? And they knew he was on the city bike. They seen him get away on the city bike. All the police had to do was open up the app, find the city bike, hit the button, beep. The city bike don't work no more. The city bike don't work no more. It would have stopped pedaling. It would disconnect the chain from it. And it would just start blazing a siren. But he got all the way. How many blocks did he get away? Makes no sense. That makes no sense. Me and you, we can't break the law on a city bike. But somehow this man broke the law on a city bike. That's how I know it's a high stakes hit. That's how I know it was a high price hit. There was a lot of money behind that. Because either they hacked the city bike, which probably ain't cheap, or they paid off officials to let him get away on a city bike. Yeah. Just look forward to anybody that tries to buy this company. Anybody buys that company, you already know it's something completely different. Liz Cheney hits back at Donald Trump saying about blah, 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 blah. Yeah, now we already reviewed that. Supreme Court declines to review Boston case and race-neutral efforts to diversify public schools. China targets Nevada with antitrust probe escalating U.S. chip tensions. Well, how are you going to hit Nevada for being an antitrust company, right? When you also have Intel and AMD doing the same thing. Intel and AMD is doing the same thing that Nevada is doing, right? Now, I don't trust Elon Musk. Elon Musk earned a lot of my antitrust as of recently, but Allahu Alam, guys. Allahu Alam. And we're starting to run short on time. We already talked about the end of that. Laura Trump leaves RNC amid Senate chatter. So Laura Trump said, I quit. I quit. Passengers arrested after trying to divert flight in Mexico to United States. What? So, breaking news. You're going to hear what ABC has to say, and then you're going to hear what I have to say. But a plane was almost hijacked in Mexico. Passengers arrested after trying to divert flight in Mexico to United States. A 31-year-old man was arrested for allegedly trying to hijack a Mexican domestic commercial flight and reroute the aircraft to the U.S. Sunday morning, according to Mexican authorities and the airline rollers. At some point after the flight took off this morning from Lexington traveling to Tijuana, the Mexican man, identified by authorities only as Mario N., attacked the flight attendant and tried to storm the cockpit. Oh, he was trying to get up in the cockpit, huh? It's unclear the exact motive, but Mexico Federal Department of Security said that the airline personnel reported the man said that a close relative had been kidnapped, and shortly before takeoff, he received a death threat if he traveled to Tijuana. The man was traveling with his wife and 2 children, Mexican authorities say. Once the suspect was arrested, the plane continued on to Tijuana without incident. So why was he trying to hijack a plane? Why was he trying to hijack a plane? You know? I tell people all the time, like, banning weapons or whatever is not, like, innovation outshines laws all day. They can't make laws that keep up with innovation at all. At all. You try to hijack a plane in Mexico and fly it into America. I wonder where he wanted to land at. Did they tell us? They didn't even tell us where he wanted to land at. So, I don't know, young. I don't know. It seems like there's more terrorist problems with people hijacking planes than Muslims. Just remember, not all Muslims are terrorists. Not all terrorists are Muslims. You also have white terrorists, and now it seems like a Mexican terrorist. Dozen Morris County mayors express urgent concerns of reported drones. Oh! This is a big story. And this was happening over Jersey, like the Jersey PA line, right? Nearly 24 Morris County mayors are asking for more answers about the mysterious drone sightings in the nighttime sky. They say they are not satisfied with the information they've been given and want more information right now. Asking why they flying, who's doing it, and what safety protocols are taking place. Probably none. 21 Morris County mayors say more than 500,000 residents have raised significant alarm from the nighttime reported drone flights. The mayor sent one letter with their concerns and requests to Governor Phil Murphy over the weekend. Their concerns are about public safety, privacy and security, community well-being, and airspace restrictions. The mayor demands more urgency from Governor Murphy. Well, listen, right? People have drones that they can fly around, they can see into your home, right? And are real small. Don't be worried about the drones you can see. Be worried about the drones you can't see. The drones you can see probably are armed and they have means of causing destruction to certain targets. And you in your home taking a shower with your curtain open is not their concern. That's not what these drones are out here trying to do. Yeah, it went over like all western New Jersey. So that means it was a drone that big flying over western New Jersey. Probably had the camera equipment to see what was going on in the PA line, right? That drone was huge. It was huge. They got any pictures of this drone? Let's see. Oh. We actually had the news story.
Nearly 24 mayors in Morris County are demanding more answers.
Nah, let's see what's going on. Because I seen some of this on somebody else's news show. So we're going to tie this in. Because usually local news don't play around like that.
About the mysterious drone sighting spotted over the past several weeks.
News 12 New Jersey's Lauren Dew is in Florham Park, where residents are speaking out consistently about this, as the mayors say those residents are worried.
These mayors are simply saying that...
Why is my production quality better than their production quality? They get tax dollars for this. This is crazy, yo. This is what happens to your tax dollars. Like, for real, they need to fire all these news companies and just bring in people with Samsungs and iPhones.
They are not satisfied with the information that they've been given. They want more, like who's flying them and why, and what safety protocols are being done. This all comes as more videos continue to...
Obviously they don't know, man. They don't know who's flying them. They're not going to tell you who's flying them. What makes you think they're going to tell you who's flying them? There's drones flying over people's homes like every day, man. There's drones flying around all the time. They're not going to tell you. Even if they knew who was flying them, they're not going to tell you guys. They're not. And it's not like it's... Oh, what's going on, yo? Okay, we're going to try to get this news story back up again. I'm trying to get the news story back up. We're trying to, guys.
Well, new this morning, nearly 24 mayors in Morris County are demanding more answers about the mysterious drone sightings spotted over the past several weeks.
News 12 New Jersey's Lauren Dew is...
So this has been going on for weeks. You think they're going to tell you now. They're going to tell you guys now because you guys are demanding to know who's flying these drones. They're not. They might not even know who's flying them.
In Florham Park, where residents are speaking out consistently about this, as the mayors say those residents are worried.
These mayors are simply saying that they are not...
Your production quality is horrible. Your production quality is horrible, yo. They need to fire these guys. They need to fire this company.
With the information that they've been giving, they want.
I think they in Cherry Hill right there. That looks like the Cherry Hill Mall right there. Or that might be the Mount Laurel Mall.
More like who's flying them and why, and what safety protocols are being done. This all comes as more videos.
What type of phone are you guys using for this live feedback? Are you guys even using a phone? Like, yeah, this looks like they're using like one of those LGs from like 2015 or something. Look at the video quality. It is horrible. Why don't you just use the phone that you got in your pocket? I guarantee the phone that you got in the pocket will do better videos than what you're doing.
Continue to circulate in from more people, and of course there is now more speculation out there. So you have 21 Morris County mayors saying more than 500,000 residents have raised significant.
That looks like an airplane. I don't think that's a drone. I think you guys are just all looking up and like reporting everything you see in the sky now.
Alarm from these nighttime reported.
That right there is a drone. And you know, it might just be the police running them to do surveillance. You know they use drones to like track people's speed and stuff now?
Drone flights. The mayors in one letter sent over their concerns and requests
I think when it's got flashing light bulbs on there, it's not a super concern.
to Governor Murphy over the weekend. Their concerns are 1, public safety, 2, privacy and security, 3, community well-being, and 4, airspace restrictions. The mayor's demanding more urgency from Governor Murphy or from these towns that you see on the screen, including Pequannock, Chester Township, Parsippany Troy Hills, Montville, Rockaway Township, and Florham Park Borough, where we are this.
Now this actually looks decent. Your little graphics look decent. But you guys need to update your you guys don't even need to update your cameras. Just use the camera in your pocket. Just have the dude pull the camera out of his pocket to do these little video feeds y'all doing, because your cameras are horrible. It feels like these cameras came from the 1970s or something.
Morning. Governor Murphy has yet to send a statement back regarding that letter, but we reported just last week that he met with top security officials and all of them saying there is no threat.
Hey guys, forgive me for the video. You guys can see that most of my productions are like way higher video than this. This is horrible.
The public at this time. We'll keep you updated from Florham Park. Lauren Dew, News 12, New Jersey.
And that's how they say that we don't know nothing. We're not really telling you nothing. We're not going to help you. I'm sorry for putting you guys through that, but I had to make you guys aware. Oh, hold on. There might be a little update to this.
And Lauren, it's not just Morris County. Mysterious drones have been spotted across the state, including in Ocean County. The sheriff's office,
Okay, so that sounds like it's something that your state government's doing, if not the federal government.
This video exclusively with us. It is similar to what many across the state report seeing. And they tell News 12 what first caught their attention was how low the object was flying overhead. And
what's horrible is, right, these little camera videos that like the people are taking of the drones is better than the news studio's cameras.
how much bigger and faster they appeared compared to commercial drones.
It was coming our direction. It spun around at 180 degrees.
That's crazy. You see how their video, the cell phone videos are better than the news stations.
Back out the other way, then it kind of looped around and then took off past us.
Whatever it is, it's different.
Yeah, it's definitely something, and we're just going to be looking into it a little bit more to see if we can figure it out.
Public safety and government officials say there's no known threat, but they don't know who's flying them. If you spot a drone, authorities are asking.
They know who's flying them. They know who's flying them. This whole, oh, call the police if you see a drone. Okay. So you're supposed to just call the police on drones. They're just going to fly away and be in a different state, especially if it's playing the PA Jersey line. It's riding around Mount Laurel and Cherry Hill and all that. It's going to lead the state, if not the country, as quick as the police can be there. Wow. U.S. is airstriking Syria again. What a shock. Trump says personal. We already did that. Trump calls immediate ceasefire. We did that yesterday. You'll see a full story on that later on. And that's sad. Alex Jones is losing his company. Bill Clinton, we already did him. Red flag warning set to take effect. All right, we're going to do world real quick. It's all sad when you look at world news. South Korean president is not allowed to leave the country. Wow. They said Samsung can't leave no more. Navita stock, Hershey's, any of this stuff look relevant. You got a nice little rundown of what's going on. Kind of quick, kind of slow. I thought there was politics on here. You gonna look up U.S. I think we already looked at the headlines. I know, we look at that. Let's look at the headlines. South Syrian rebels, this dude, that dude. I guess you're up to date on your news for the day. And that's good because I wanted to get off here about noon anyway. Probably put out a video for the editing channel next. So if you guys want to see my video for my passion service channel, let me put it up on here so you guys know. Just put an @ before, @passion services. That's how you can donate to the show and make the show great. But I got to go shoot a video for my passion service channel. And so you guys can join me over on Rumble while I throw this video together. Or you guys can stick around here. I don't know. It's not really on me to know what's going on in the world for real. And I appreciate everybody that came in here. I appreciate everybody that listened to my opinion, listened to me rant about what's going on in the world. No, yeah. I might do a breaking story if this dude goes to jail or not. Well, I already know he's not going to jail. He's getting probation, but he might be held in custody until he's sentenced. I just feel like they're trying to cause trouble. They're like trying to cause trouble with this one. Allahu, I don't know. Not on me to decide. It's on you guys to decide. It's just on me to give you guys the facts. But you guys can join us over on Rumble when we do our video for passion services, so I can clip that out. What subject should I cover today? I'm going to tell everybody to keep on going. Now, hold on. I want to tell you guys this, right? Keep on going. You can do it. If you woke up today and you were feeling a little upset, a little under the weather, and you think you guys can't keep doing it, you guys can keep doing it. Whatever your goals are achievable. You just got to keep on doing it, right? Every 1,000-mile walk, it starts with one step. As long as you keep taking one step towards that goal every day, you're going to make it there. You're going to make it there. Be consistent. Keep doing it. Even if you're not good at it now, you'll be good at it later. You guys see, the first show that comes out during the day is real choppy, real unput together. But if you see the live stream from last night, it looks perfect because I edited throughout the day. And at that note, I got to leave up out of here because I got to get the editing. Peace. I love all y'all.